Check. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trinity Ball Yard for today's matchup between the Montreat College Cavaliers and your Trinity Baptist College Eagles. If everyone would please rise and remove your caps for a word of prayer. Dear Father, thank you for the day that you've given us, and thank you for allowing us to be out here today. Lord, help everybody to stay safe on the field and be safe as we go out, as we leave here today. And Lord, let us just do everything we do in your honor. In your name we pray. Amen. First off, the lineup for Montreat College. Batting first, the catcher, number 28, Jeff Cardizone. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 7, A.J. Barrios. Batting third, the shortstop, number 27, Jader Morelos. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 29, Will Gamble. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 5, Nakumba Booker. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 32, Michael Bell. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 18, Norman Kelly. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 8, Daniel Wetmore. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 16, Isaac Castro. And the pitcher today is number 37, Tyler Best. And now your starting lineup for your Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Batting first, playing second base, number 4, Sammy Coffrin. Batting second, the catcher, number 14, Ryan Ongst. Batting third, the third baseman, number 2, Josh Wharton. Batting fourth, the pitcher designated hitter, number 5, Will Van Sickle. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 13, E.J. Alvarez. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 10, Parker Laffrey. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 31, Juan Tahara. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 6, Colby Kennedy. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 11, Gabriel LeBron.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. We are getting ready for NCCAA baseball between the TBC Eagles and the Cavaliers from the NAIA's Montreat College. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau. Thanks for joining us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. And you're taking a look at Will Van Sickle, a senior from here in Jacksonville, getting ready to take his warm-up tosses as he's going to pitch game one of this Tuesday afternoon doubleheader. And this is a lineup that Will Van Sickle will face in case you missed it. Leading off, Jeff Cardizone will do the catching. The designated hitter, A.J. Barrios, will bat second. Batting third is a shortstop, Yadier Morelos. Batting fourth at first base, Will Gamble. Batting fifth in left field, Nakumba Booker. Michael Bell will bat sixth. He's in center field. Norman Kelly is in right field, and he is batting seventh. Third baseman Daniel Wetmore is in the number 8 hole, and rounding out the batting order is second baseman Isaac Castro. Doing the pitching for Montreat College in game one will be Tyler Best. For the Eagles, defensively, in left field is Parker Laffrey. Gabriel LeBron is in center, and E.J. Alvarez is in right. Josh Wharton mans the hot corner, with Colby Kennedy playing short, Sammy Coffering at second base, and with Van Sickle pitching, the first baseman will be Juan Tejera, and the battery mate for Will Van Sickle will be junior catcher Ryan Ongst, another Jacksonville product who did his high school ball at Mandarin High School over in the Mandarin section of our beautiful city. Leading things off will be Jeff Cardizone, and the ball game is just about to begin as the Eagles continue to greet Will Van Sickle out there on the mound. And Cardizone is ready to step into the box. And the first pitch, the ball game is underway with a strike. So no balls and a strike. And Van Sickle sets and delivers and misses one low and inside. So 1 ball, no strikes. A beautiful Tuesday afternoon, cool and sunny, 52 degrees. We should get into the mid-60s by the time we're done here later this afternoon as that one bounces in the dirt. So 2 balls and a strike. Cardizone comes in at .407 on the season. No homers and 2 RBIs, and he takes strike 2 on the inside corner. Montreat College is 12-13 on the season. They are 7-5 in the NAIA Appalachian Athletic Conference, led by head coach Jason Beck in his 25th year. Line drive down the right field line. That's a fair ball and a base hit, and a leadoff single for Jeff Cardizone. So Cardizone worked the count to 2-2 just like a leadoff hitter should do, and then he lined that base hit. Had thoughts of going for 2, but put on the brakes after he rounded first. Coach Beck is assisted by Corbin Weeks in his 4th year and former TBC Eagle TJ Landing, who is in his 2nd year as an assistant coach, and Brett Rosen is also in his 2nd year assisting Coach Beck. Runner at first, Jeff Cardizone, after he just got the base hit. A.J. Barrios, the DH, swings and misses at the first pitch. Barrios is hitting a very good .440, no homers, 4 runs driven in. No balls and a strike, and a high pop foul out of play. So 0-2. Van Sickle gets himself a new ball. Gets back into the stretch. Good lead off first base by the runner. Cardizone not going, but he will now as that ball is upstairs. Ryan Onks couldn't hold on. That'll be a passed ball charged to the catcher. That allows Cardizone to take second base. So the leadoff single is now in scoring position. And Van Sickle takes a long look in with the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a pitch off-speed pitch that misses low and outside and blocked by the catcher. Will Van Sickle, no wins, 3 losses so far this season, a 5.30 ERA. His 8th appearance, 5th start. He has 1 save, 18 2/3 total innings, 22 hits, 17 runs, but 11 of those are earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 14. And Barrios stays alive on the foul back. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another long look in by the right-hander. Cardizone off second base, base hit, and an advance on a pass ball. And ball 2 misses outside. Cardizone has not tried to steal a base yet. He's already in scoring position, but never out of the realm to try to take third base. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Barrios, and the pitch. Ball 4 must have been a little bit inside, and there are 2 on with nobody out. A leadoff single, a pass ball, and then a walk. And it brings up the number 3 hitter, Yadier Morelos, the shortstop. Hitting .318 on the season. He has homered 5 times and driven in 27 runs, and he fouls back the first pitch. 2 on, nobody out. Cavaliers already threatening here in the top of the first. Van Sickle takes a look back, now delivers, and gets a strike called to make the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Van Sickle has gotten ahead of each of the first 3 hitters, but then a base hit and a walk. So no balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch fouled straight back. So 0-2. And another long look in by the big right-hander. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Van Sickle got Morelos with a changeup. First strikeout, 1 away. Now just a double play ground ball from potentially getting out of the inning without a run scored. But he'll have to deal with first baseman Will Gamble. Gamble comes in at .316. No homers, 1 RBI. He has 2 on with 1 out. Right-hand cleanup hitter. And a nice block by Ryan Ongst on a pitch down in the dirt. Outside also for ball 1. First of 2 between the Eagles and the Cavaliers. And the 1-0. This one is in the dirt, also blocked by the catcher. Count even up at 2, check that count now, 2 balls, no strikes. Wind is blowing gently out towards right center, gusting up around 11 to 12 miles per hour at times. Steadily, though, well less than 10. Two balls, no strikes. And a pitch. That one looked like a knuckleball coming out of Van Sickle's hands, and it got the outer half of the plate. So 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on the way, a fastball right by the hitter. Gamble looking to take that one a long way. Pulled his head up a little bit. Might have cost him some solid contact. So Van Sickle has run the count to 2-2 after missing with the first 2 pitches. And an off-speed pitch is popped up high to the right side and out of play. Might have even hit the light tower up there. Either way, the count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good to see TJ Lanning. He brought me the Montreat lineup card before the game. Got a chance to say hello to the 3-year TBC Eagle, then graduated from Toccoa Falls College. Here's a 2-2, and a high fastball misses, and the count is full with 1 out. We'll see if Coach Beck wants to put the runners in motion. Van Sickle checks that runner at second. Coffin holding them. There they go. A good swing, but a foul back. So with the count full, runners were in motion. And let's see if they take off again. Jeff Cardizone led off with a base hit into right. A.J. Barrios walked. Another check of the runners. Not going this time, but they will trot on into second and third as ball 4 hits the dirt. That's 2 consecutive walks by Van Sickle to load the bases with 1 out. So Gamble is aboard. Morelos takes second, or check that, Barrios takes second, and Cardizone third. And the number 5 man in the order, left fielder Nakumba Booker, steps into the box. It's hitting .350. Swing and a miss. Booker has homered once and driven in 13 runs. As a team, the Cavaliers have hit 18 home runs. No balls and a strike. That one misses low and outside to even the count. Trinity Baptist has hit 1. E.J. Alvarez got that here last weekend. It was a 2-run game-tying homer against Florida National. So there's a Cavalier at every base. No balls and a strike, 1 out, and a high pop-up. Tejera in foul territory does not make the catch. That would have been a huge out, but the ball came out of his glove. Nothing but a strike. That is a ball that has to be caught. Booker will now try to make the Eagles pay for not getting that out. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 called. Well, 1 extra pitch is all it took for Van Sickle to get out number 2. It's his second strikeout of the inning. And if he can get Michael Bell, he will leave the bases loaded. Bell is hitting .244, 1 homer, 4 runs driven in. He's also drawn 4 walks. And with 2 outs, Van Sickle will work from the stretch with the bases loaded, and a high fly ball, right field. Alvarez is there, and that ends the inning. The Cavaliers load the bases on 1 hit and 2 walks, but do not score. Nice job by Van Sickle getting out of that jam. And we go to the bottom of the first. No score. We'll be back after this 30-second message from the NCCAA. Nice job of pitching by Van Sickle. He got himself into a jam. He was then able to get a strikeout and a fly ball to right to end a huge Montreat threat. Here's a batting order for Coach Copeland in his 9th season, leading the TBC Eagles, the only coach this team has ever had. Sammy Coffin leads off. He's playing second base. Catcher Ryan Angst will hit second, and third baseman Josh Wharton will bat third. The middle part of the batting order is the pitcher/designated hitter, Will Van Sickle. E.J. Alvarez is in right, batting 5th, and Parker Lafferty is in left. He will hit 6th. 7, 8, and 9 go as follows. First baseman Juan Tejera, shortstop Colby Kennedy, and center fielder Gabriel LeBron. Facing Tyler Best. And Tyler Best gets ready to throw his first pitch of the game, a redshirt freshman from Haines City, Florida. Comes into today's play with 1 win, no losses, and 1 save. He has a complete game. He has started twice. This is start number 3 and appearance number 7. 15 in the 3rd innings, 21 hits, 12 runs, 11 earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 13. Sammy Coffin will lead things off for Trinity Baptist, hitting .320, with 7 runs driven in. Coffrin has also scored 11 times, and the first pitch is in the dirt. Nakumba Booker is in left field for Montreat College. Michael Bell in center. Norman Kelly is in right. We'll give you the infield after this next pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. And Best from the stretch and misses low for ball 2. Around the infield, Daniel Wetmore at third. Yadier Morelos is the shortstop. Isaac Castro at second. Will Gamble is at first base. Jeff Cortizone is behind the plate. 2 balls, no strikes to Coffrin. And he takes that one on the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Coffrin has started every game for Coach Copeland this year. Takes ball 3 on the inside part. He's also walked 5 times. And if he does get on, he can run. He is 2 for 4 in stolen base attempts. He doesn't do a whole lot of running, but he has pretty good wheels. He's ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike, and Best delivers. And strike 2 on the inside corner. Looked like Coffrin thought it might have been a little too far off the plate, but the count is now full at 3-2. Eagles are 5-12 coming into today's play. Here's the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. That one broke and got the corner, and that is out number 1. Eagles no wins and 3 losses in NCCAA South Region competition, led by Coach John Copeland in his 9th season. He's assisted by Jordan Broden, Stephen Smith, and Cullen Miller. Ryan Onks, the catcher, steps into the batter's box. He is hitting .419, but he comes up empty on the first pitch. Onks has driven in 6 runs. He has scored 5. No balls and a strike. Started to flinch, but took one downstairs. Count even at 1-1. A ball and a strike. And Best delivers and drops one down low. Best not overpowering, but he was able to get a terrific curveball on the inside corner to get Coffrin starting off the ball game. 2 balls and a strike to Onks. And he takes another breaking ball, and that one also got the plate, and it's 2-2. So Best so far has missed low with the fastball, but gotten the breaking balls in the zone. Here's a 2-2, and this breaking ball was a little bit off the plate. Onks has run the count full. Cool Tuesday afternoon here on the west side of Jacksonville. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty, and there's a high fly. Pretty well hit the center, but unfortunately right at Michael Bell for an easy out number 2. Onks got a good swing on it, but he hit it right at Bell. So 2 outs, base is empty. Josh Wharton, the Eagles' third baseman, steps up. .260 is the batting average for Josh Wharton. No home runs, 5 runs driven in. First ball swinging, and he lines one into the right center field gap. That is down for a base hit. The Eagles have their first base runner. Onks got a pretty good swing, and then Wharton just lines one into right. First hit allowed by Tyler Best, and it brings up the pitcher/DH Will Van Sickle. And as I've said many times before, Van Sickle will be listed as both, so if and when he comes off the mound, he will still be in the batting order. Wharton off first base. First pitch to Van Sickle, right at the knees for a strike. Wharton is 3 for 4 in stolen base attempts. Eagles don't do a tremendous amount of running. As a team, they are 15 for 23. Good lead, though, by Wharton. And that fastball is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. If Van Sickle can reach, E.J. Alvarez would bat next. Count is 1-1. Wharton shortens up his lead a little bit, and the toss over. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Best checks the runner and now delivers. Good swing by Van Sickle, but he cued it off the end of the bat. So the count is 1-2. Bill Van Sickle hitting 180 on the season with 7 runs driven in. Ball and 2 strikes, and a chopper right at the second baseman. That's an easy play for Castro, and that ends the inning. A 2-out hit for Trinity Baptist, but nothing else. After 1, we have no score. Will Van Sickle got into trouble in the first, but he was able to get out of that jam with a strikeout and a fly ball to right, leave the bases loaded without a run scoring, and now he'll face 7, 8, and 9, Norman Kelly, Daniel Wetmore, and Isaac Castro. TBC got a 2-out single from Josh Wharton in the bottom half of the first, but nothing else. So we go to the second, no score. First of 2 7-inning ball games here at Trinity Ball Yard, and tomorrow afternoon we'll be right back here at 12 noon once again as Trinity Baptist takes on Florida Palms University, a team that TBC swept in a doubleheader down at the Russ Matt Invitational a couple of weeks ago. And we will play Florida Palms again in our next doubleheader, which will be March 24th. So after tomorrow's twin bill, the Eagles have some time off to get a little rest, get some work in before they head back to the ball yard. Leading things off, right fielder Norman Kelly. And Van Sickle's first pitch, a hot shot, pulled foul. Kelly got out in front of that one, nearly got himself extra bases. He is hitting .333 on the season, 21 for 63. He has homered 3 times and driven in 10. He has scored 16 runs. No balls and a strike. And that one is cued foul. As a team, Montreat College comes in with an average of .289, 18 home runs, and 117 RBIs. They have played in 25 ball games. Ball 1 misses upstairs. Trinity Baptist has played in 17 games with a team batting average of .227, 1 homer, and 50 runs driven in. A ball and 2 strikes and a pitch. And this one misses low and outside. Van Sickle has gotten ahead of almost every hitter. Here's the 2-2. Kelly flinched but held up at a high fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch taken outside for ball 4. So Kelly is aboard with a leadoff walk. Now up here we have a great look in high and low, but close pitches on the corners. We'll leave that up to the umpire. Brings up Daniel Wetmore, the Cavaliers' third baseman. 147 so far this season, and he takes one for a strike. Wetmore has not homered, but he has driven in 5 runs. Runner at first, nobody out, and a fastball low. Norman Kelly 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts. Here's a fastball that misses high, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Kelly a decent lead, nothing excessive, but Van Sickle throws over, and Kelly's back in time. He did take a little bit more on that last lead than he did the first few pitches. And he's doing that again, and he's on the move, and a high fly ball toward the right field line. Alvarez giving chase. He is going to get there and make the catch just in foul territory. And Kelly will scamper on back into first. A terrific running play by E.J. Alvarez for out number 1. Alvarez had crossed the line into foul territory. He ran a long way, almost 100 feet, and he made the catch. Isaac Castro, the second baseman and number 9 man in the batter's box, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Kelly walked, then the fly ball from Wetmore, so 1 out. Kelly at first. He was moving on that last pitch. He's dancing around, and this one is drilled left center field, and this ball is going to one-hop the fence. Kelly will round third, and he will score with ease, and an RBI double for Isaac Castro gives Montreat a 1-0 lead. Kelly all the way from first, never hesitated, read that ball perfectly. And for Isaac Castro, that's RBI number 6. He came in at 282 with a home run. And for Kelly, that is run number 17 this season. Cardizone started the ball game with a base hit into right. And he takes this one a little bit inside. Ball came very close to getting out of here, but it did short hop the fence. Here's the 1-0, and a strike called. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Van Sickle, 1 run in, checks that runner at second, and delivers. And a foul tip held on by Ongst. So the count is 1-2. And Van Sickle takes a long look in at the sign. Checks the runner, Coffrin holding him on, and a fastball is high. That's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second hit allowed, but it was the leadoff walk that came around to score. That's a 3rd walk issued by Van Sickle. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. And this one is low for ball 3. So the count is full, and I'm not keeping track of pitches, but Van Sickle has thrown a bunch in the inning and a third. Patient hitters from the Montreat dugout. And there's a ground ball into left field, a base hit. Runner stopping at third and actually losing his footing, but Castro able to get back as nobody was there at the bag. But he is at third base with 1 out, and Cardizone has his second base hit of the day. And it brings up A.J. Barrios, the DH, who drew a walk in the first. He got as far as second, but no further. So Wharton will play in on the grass at third. Coffrin and Kennedy, the middle infielders, playing back, looking to turn 2, and Tejera will hold the runner at first. First and third. Let's see if Cardizone takes off. And the Eagles got a break because that ball actually got by Onks but hit off the home plate umpire. So no balls and a strike. And this pitch is in there for a strike. Will Cheek is the courtesy runner for the catcher. Nothing in one. And the pitch. High pop up. Shallow left field. This is Parker Lafferty making the catch. A runner is tagging. The throw to the plate. It is in time. That goes as a fly ball to left and a double play. F7223DP. And that ends the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 walks. And we go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Cavaliers. E.J. Alvarez will lead things off for Trinity Baptist. A great throw from Parker Lafferty, one hopping the catcher, and Onks put the tag on in time. And Best's first pitch is down low. Tyler Best allowed a 2-out single in the first. Nothing else. He did strike out 1 man in the first inning. 1 ball, no strikes, and a high pop-up out of play. And Alvarez has a 1-1 count. E.J. Alvarez is hitting .241, 1 homer. That came Saturday, 9 runs driven in. He's walked 3 times. A count of 1-1 and a high fly ball. He got underneath that one and lifted it into shallow center. Michael Bell puts it away, 1 out. Tejera digs in and the first pitch. On Tejera, looking for his first hit of the season. And that one catches the bat and goes out of play. No balls and a strike. And Best winds and delivers, and this one is popped up and out of play. So 0-2. Tejera getting some encouragement from the dugout. And he lines one right at the shortstop, and it is caught. Morelos takes that one right off the dirt, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Eagles. They hit a couple of balls sharply right at the shortstop, and after 2, it's 1-0 Montreat. Top of the third and a 1-0 lead for Montreat College. A leadoff walk in the second came around to score from a double off the bat of Isaac Castro. That's your scoring summary thus far. 3, 4, and 5 are due up for the Cavaliers. Morelos, Gamble, and Booker. And Sickle, 2 innings pitched, 1 run it was earned, 2 hits, but 3 walks, and he has struck out 2. Morales was the first of the 2 strikeouts. And Van Sickle delivers and misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, there's a high chopper towards second, a high bounce. Coffrin has to hurry, and nothing Coffrin could do. First, he had to wait for the ball to come down, and then he had to leave his feet to make the catch. That's baseball. Eagles hit 2 bullets right at somebody for an out, and then a slow chopper turns into a base hit for the Cavaliers. So a runner at first, nobody out. Brings up Will Gamble. No official at bat, drew a walk in the first. And he takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Gamble hitting .316 with 1 RBI. Ball 2. Just a bit off the plate. And the 2-0 is lifted high into right field towards Alvarez. Should be an easy play, and that's the first out. So 1 out, and Nakumba Booker will step up. Morelos perfect in 3 stolen base attempts so far this season. Booker was called out on strikes in the first. Van Sickle delivers, and a hard line drive foul to the right side. So no balls and a strike. Morelos started to get his lead, but went back to the bag. And a throw over to first. It's close. Runner back just in time. No balls and a strike. Morelos gets a little bit bigger lead this time, and strike 2 is taken. 0-2. And Sickle checks the runner and misses high. And Sickle looking over his back shoulder, trying to check that runner at first base. Don't see that a whole lot, but that's what he's more comfortable doing. The breaking ball stays upstairs. And a pitch, swing, and a miss. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, Michael Bell at the plate. And Sickle again checks that back shoulder and misses upstairs. A ball and no strikes. Outfield pretty much straight away. And a pitch. There's a good fastball right down the middle. Count even at 1-1. Throw over to first. Very close play. Eagles thought they got him, but no, he got into the back of the bag, just barely ahead of the tag. Tejera slapped it down quickly, but Morelos got back. And this pitch a little bit off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Wind is starting to pick up a little bit more, blowing out towards right center. There's a 2-1, a breaking ball in there for strike 2. Wind not too hard, closer to 10 miles per hour now, but that would help a ball hit in that direction. Ball 3 is too high. So now with a full count and 2 outs, Morelos will be off on the pitch. Coffrin playing a little close to the bag. And there goes the runner. Strike 3 swinging. Bell chased one out of the zone, helping out the pitcher. A leadoff single, nothing else. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Montreat. Bottom of the third, Montreat 1, TBC nothing. That run for the Cavaliers coming in the top half of the second. 8, 9, and 1 are due up for the Eagles. Colby Kennedy, Gabriel LeBron, and Sammy Coffrin. Kennedy 0-69 on the season, 2 for 29, but he has driven in a pair of runs. He's the starting shortstop in game 1 today, and he takes the first pitch down low. Tyler Best, 2 innings so far, just 1 single allowed. Works exclusively from the stretch, and he gets a good curveball in there, and he's had a nice little bender so far. He's had trouble locating the fastball, but the curve has been a good pitch for him. A ball and a strike to Kennedy. There's a breaking ball, chopped towards short. Kennedy hustling, the throw is in the dirt, but dug out on a great stop by Will Gamble. First, Kennedy came pretty close to beating the throw, and then second, Gamble kept the ball in his glove to not only get the out, but if the ball gets by, Kennedy's on second base. So 1 out, Gabriel LeBron at the plate. 250 on the season, 1 for 4, got his first hit of the season on Saturday, hits the first pitch towards third, fielded by Wetmore, a low throw, but again, Gamble able to dig it out. Very quick 2 outs for Tyler Best. Brings up Sammy Coffrin, who was called out on strikes on one of those great curveballs from Best. That started the ball game for the Eagles. Big contrast as Montreat's been patient in the box. Eagles swinging early in the count. And Coffrin does that as well, and he fouls the first pitch off over the dugout. Cavaliers haven't been afraid to get 2 strikes on them. They've come back with some base hits and some walks after getting down in the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-1 to Coffrin, a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. For the most part, TBC so far has hit the ball pretty sharply. We keep seeing some fine defensive plays. Well, that's a base hit for Coffrin. He's now 1 for 2. And Ryan Ongst will step up. Came in case you missed it earlier, hitting .419. Hit the ball pretty well into center's first time up, but had it caught. Coffrin 2 for 4 in stolen base attempts. Ongst takes the first pitch inside. A ball and no strikes. And the throw over to first, and Coffrin's back in plenty of time. Not that big of a lead. There's a pitch in the dirt. Blocked just enough by Cardizone to keep Coffrin at first. Two balls, no strikes. Best from the stretch. And delivers. And that one also in the dirt. That's ball 3. And Ongst will take a walk if given. He's done that 6 times. And he takes this one all the way for a strike. Well, if he does go 3 or 2, that wouldn't be the worst thing. That would put Coffrin in motion. 3 balls and a strike. Coffrin's on the move and a hard line drive into center field, but that ball's going to get down for a base hit. I thought for a moment it was staying up, but no, that ball just took a sudden downward turn, had some topspin to it. Ongst has a base hit. Coffrin goes first to third, and the Eagles are in business, but there are 2 outs. So Josh Wharton will try to tie up the ball game. Cardizone has been really good back there on balls in the dirt. Coffrin, though, if he sees the opportunity, he's going to try to score. And the pitch. That one is in the dirt. Dylan Owens is the courtesy runner for the catcher at first base. Owens runs really well. Getting a good lead off first. 1 ball, no strikes. And a throw to first. Owens started to flinch towards second, but was able to dive back in time. Coffrin at third, Owens at first, both run well. Wharton at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And Best delivers. There's a line drive. It's a base hit down the left field line. No, they're calling that foul. We lost sight of that. When the ball gets near the corner, we have a wall in our way, so we couldn't really tell. Coffrin was already at home plate. Owens would have at least gotten the third, maybe home, but everyone goes back. So a ball and a strike. Wharton thought he had himself 1, possibly 2 RBIs. He's driven in 5 on the season. Owens a moderate lead off first. Gets a little bit more as Best comes set. And that one misses high and tight. Wharton is ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1. Potential tying run at third. High pop up. Right behind the infield. Castro camps under it and makes the catch. Well, the Eagles threaten. Thought we had 1, possibly 2, but the ball was foul. 2 hits, but 2 left, and after 3, Montreat 1, Trinity Baptist nothing. Juan Tejera came within inches of tying the game or possibly putting Trinity Baptist ahead, but that ball just fouled down the left field line. And then Best was able to get out of the inning without the run scoring. So as we go to the top of the fourth, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Cavaliers. Norman Kelly, Daniel Wetmore, and Isaac Castro. 1-0 in favor of the Cavaliers. Got the run in the top of the second. Kelly scored that run after he led off with a walk. This time he hits the first pitch high towards right center. It'll be LeBron calling off Alvarez and making the catch. 1 out. Third baseman Daniel Wetmore at the plate. He flew out to right his only trip so far. Van Sickle had a tough first inning, but got out of it without a run. He has walked 3. It's a strike. He has allowed just a couple of hits. But again, the walk starting the second inning is what came in to score. No balls and a strike. This one hits the batter. And another free base runner allowed by Van Sickle. So 1 out with the runner at first and Isaac Castro at the plate. It was Castro who doubled in Kelly in the second inning. And Castro was thrown out trying to tag up on a fly ball for a 7-2 double play to end that second inning. High fastball. Unks came up ready to fire to first. 1 ball, no strikes. Wetmore has tried 1 stolen base and was successful, and he got a huge secondary lead. I thought for a moment he was going to take off. Pitch was fouled back, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Cavaliers have stolen 29 bases as a team and been caught 12 times. There's a 1-1 and a high pop-up on the infield. Coffrin will call off Tejera. The ball's on the ground and bounces away from Coffrin. And a tough break for the Eagles. Since that ball bounced away, no chance. That's going to be an error charge to the second baseman. It's a high sunny sky here today. And once that ball hit the ground, it took a hop away from Coffrin and good hustle by Wetmore to get in safely. 1 out, 2 on. Cardizone at the plate. He's already 2 for 2. Ball in the dirt. So a hit batsman and a dropped pop-up. One ball, no strikes. And that one called a strike on the inner half. Count 1-1. Middle infield looking to turn 2. That's where Coffrin needs to shake that off, just make the next play. He's covering second in a huge lead. Van Sickle didn't look back there. Might have had a chance, and he missed up and away. Wetmore is way off the bag. He was about a third of the way towards third when Van Sickle threw that last pitch. There's a breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Ongst. 3 balls and a strike. Now the pitcher must come to the hitter. Cardizone will be looking for one he can drive. Well ahead in the count, 3-1. There's a throw to second, and the runner's just back in time. Great move by Van Sickle and a great throw also. Coffrin got the tag down. Cardizone just barely beat it. The 3-1. And a very late strike called on the throw to first. And if Tejera had been even with the bag, they would have had the runner, but he was in And the runner got in behind that tag. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if the runners take off. Long look by Van Sickle. Not going, and a swing and a foul back. Tejera was playing in on that throw to first. He was playing in just in case of a bunt. He tried to get back there to slap down a tag. 3-2, they were not going on the last pitch. Let's see if they do now. No, they're not. High pop-up, foul territory. Tejera cannot get there in time. That one was out of his reach. Alvarez also hustling along with Coffrin. We'll have another 3-2 pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes. Jeff Cardizone trying to drive in the run. Van Sickle checks the runner. Now delivers. High fly ball. Pretty well hit to left. Lafferty is under it and makes the catch. Van Sickle again with the pitch, and this one is low. 2 balls, no strikes. Infield, of course, with 2 outs, can play to knock it down and get it out. And a high pop-up, foul territory. Wharton over near the bullpen area, and it's out of play. Two balls and a strike. And Van Sickle, another check of the runners and the pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. LeBron makes the throw. It's cut off. Tejera to third, and it hits off the foot of Daniel Wetmore, and everybody's back, but that's a single for A.J. Barrios. So Wetmore at third, Castro at second, Barrios at first. And the batter is Yadier Morelos. Had an infield single his last time up. A chopper. That's the one that was really high, and then Coffrin had to leap after the bounce. No balls and a strike. And this one's in the dirt. Angst did exactly what he should do. Got in front of it, leaned his body forward to keep the ball right underneath him. A ball and a strike. And strike 2 called on a hook. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. And high pop foul out of play. Count remains 1-2. Van Sickle does not want to go 3-2 and give everybody a chance for a head start. Make it happen with 2 strikes. Van Sickle from the stretch with the bases loaded and misses up and away. This is an all-important pitch. Again, if he misses and the count goes full, everybody's on the move. Wind blowing out towards right center for the left-handed hitter. The 2-2. Strike 3. Onks will step on the plate after the ball hit the dirt, and that ends the inning. So a strikeout and a 2 unassisted on the final putout. And again, Van Sickle gets in trouble but strains the bases loaded. Bottom of the 4th coming up, 1-0 Montreat. Will Van Sickle has made the pitches when necessary. He has twice left the bases loaded, and Van Sickle will lead off in the bottom of the fourth. It is 4, 5, and 6 due up. Van Sickle, Alvarez, and Lafferty. And Best's first pitch misses low and outside. Tyler Best, 3 innings pitched so far, just 3 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. And he had Van Sickle chasing one low. And it's 1-1. Van Sickle grounded to second his first time up. Ball and a strike and a pitch. And that one is low. Will does have some good pop in his bat. He's had multi-homer games here for TBC. He's batting just 180 coming in. And this one misses low. 3 balls and a strike. Appreciate everybody joining us here on TBC Eagles. Van Sickle well ahead in the count, 3-1, and Best from the stretch. And that one's in there for strike 2. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up in the 5th for the Cavaliers as well. Here's a 3-2. And Van Sickle may have chased one low, and he fouled it off. So another 3-2 offering. Tyler Best, redshirt freshman, takes something off this one and had Van Sickle well out in front. That is the second strikeout for the freshman. E.J. Alvarez steps up to the plate with the bases empty and 1 out. Tyler Best from Haines City High School in Haines City, Florida. Alvarez loops one into right field. That's a base hit. A 1-out single, and the potential tying run is aboard. Parker Lafferty 0 for 1. A hard ground ball to short his first time up. For the most part, the Eagles hitters have put the ball in play, and they've hit the ball hard. Just having a little trouble finding a hole, but that's hit number 4 with Alvarez at first. And the first pitch, there's a chopper. Going to be tough to turn to. The throw instead will go to first. And another nice dig by Gamble, but Lafferty does advance Alvarez to second base. 6. And credit Morelos, recognizing he did not have a play at second and absolutely no chance to turn 2. So Juan Tejera at the plate. He lined hard to the shortstop his first time up. Alvarez at second, 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts, but he's already in scoring position. Tejera takes his time, now ready. No pitch clock or hitter's clock to worry about. Wind starting to pick up a little bit more, blowing out to right center. And Tejera takes the first pitch at the top of the zone, nods his head in agreement for strike 1. It was already a spring training game ended when the batter didn't get set in time and strike 3 was called. There's the 0-1. And a high chopper. Tejera's going to have to hurry. A high hop, but the play is made by Castro, and that ends the inning. The Eagles do get a base hit, but leave a runner at second. And after 4, Montreat 1, Trinity Baptist nothing. Trinity Baptist will send a new man to the mound to start this fifth inning. Left-hander Scotty Rye takes over for Will Van Sickle, who ended up going 4 innings, 1 run, 5 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. He did hit 1 man as well. He got himself into trouble a couple of times, but made very good pitches to get out. And now the freshman from Oakleaf High School in Orange Park, Florida, just a few miles away, throws his first pitch here this afternoon, and he gets it in there for a strike. Scotty Rye taking over for Van Sickle. This is his 5th appearance, all in relief. 3 1/3 total innings, 4 earned runs allowed. And that one misses. It is up, and the count is 1-1. He's allowed 4 runs, but only 3 of those were earned. Here's the 1-1. And that one is in the dirt for ball 2. One run, 5 hits, no errors for the Cavaliers. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Eagles. And Rye gets one in the zone for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 on the way is drilled down a left field line. Got a chance to get out of here, but it's going to be caught up near the warning track. Parker Lafferty there. And there's 1 out. All right, 1 out. Lafferty back near the track. That ball looked very good coming off the bat. And Rye has the first out, and he gets strike 1. No balls and a strike. And this one popped up and over the net and out of play. So Rye's gotten ahead of his first 2 men he's faced, got the out. 0-2. Rye works quickly and delivers. Tried to break one off. Held on to it a little bit too long. So a ball and 2 strikes. One out, base is empty. Scotty Rye in relief of Will Van Sickle. The 1-2. Not sure where that one missed. Might have been a little bit off the outside corner, and it's 2-2. I thought he had it, but no. And this one is in the dirt. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three and 2, and Rye delivers, and a breaking ball is pulled foul. This is a new batter for Montreat, Caleb Strott. He's batting for Nakumba Booker. And he pops this one up foul. So Caleb Strott, his first at bat of the afternoon, wearing number 4. And if I'm seeing this correctly, his first at-bat of the season. And that one broke around the plate, says the umpire, and Strott is aboard. So a runner at first with 1 out. Michael Bell, the scheduled hitter, barring any more changes. And it looks like we will have a change. Blake Watts is coming up to the plate. So we'll see the defensive alignment for the Cavaliers in the bottom half. And Rye delivers and misses low and outside. for Watts. 222 on the season, 2 for 9, and he takes this one high for ball 2. He has driven in a couple of runs. Two balls, no strikes. And a high pop foul out of play. Strott, the runner at first. He just drew a walk. There's one out. Tejera holding the runner. And a good fastball right at the knees. Evens a count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strott not phased with the lefty on the mound. Getting a nice lead, dancing around. This time he flinched back towards first, and Rye missed upstairs, and the count is full. There are no numbers for Strott. Not going, but he will now as the ball's in the dirt. That's ball 4. 2 consecutive walks have put runners at first and second with 1 out. Monks will head out the mound, try to calm down the freshman. And another pinch hitter coming up for the Cavaliers. Number 6, Stephen Karras. And Karras will have runners at first and second, 1 man out. Coach Beck giving some reserves an opportunity to swing the bat here in game number 1. Stephen Karras is 286 on the season. 14 for 49. His 21st game he has appeared in. Coffrin holding the runner at second, and Rye misses, and the ball gets away from Ongston. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch. Two walks and a wild pitch. Put runners at second and third. There is an out. Now Karras a chance to drive in 2. He has driven in 6 on the season. One ball, no strikes. And a drive towards left. Laffrey giving chase. He won't get there. It's up against the fence. 2 runs will score. Karras pulls in. The throw to the plate will be cut off. And the Cavaliers lead 3-0. The 2 walks have come around to hurt Rye and the Eagles. All 3 runs that Montreat has scored reached on the base on balls. Merrick Ask has come on in relief of Scotty Rye, who pitched just 1/3 of an inning, allowed 2 walks and a double. Both runs earned, and Rye is responsible for the runner at second. Daniel Wetmore at the plate. 3 consecutive pinch hitters, walk, and double. And Ask gets the first pitch in for a strike. Nothing in one out. 2 runs are in. And Ask checks the runner, now delivers. And a slow roller towards first. Tahara has only 1 play. He'll step on the bag. Karras advances to third, and there are 2 out. Merrick Ask making his 9th appearance, all in relief. Now 5 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of those earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 3. And umpire just coming out, giving Merrick a new ball. So 2 outs. Again, all 3 runs for the Cavaliers reached on a free pass. Van Sickle got into a couple of jams, but got out of them with just the 1 run scoring. Isaac Castro at the plate. He drove in a run with a double in the second, then reached on an error, so 1 for 2. And a high pop-up. Ongst will give it a look over near the fence, but it's out of play. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Nothing in one. Ask will work from the stretch, as he always does. And the pitch misses low and outside. Eagles will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 5th. Kennedy, LeBron, and Coffrin, barring any changes. Van Sickle is still the DH, so he is still in the batting order. Left field, way back, and gone. Castro hits a 2-run homer, and the Cavaliers lead now 5-1. Karras scores. And for Isaac Castro, his 2nd home run, and RBIs 6 and 7 on the season. The first run is charged to Rye, the second one charged to Ask. Jeff Cardizone at the plate. Takes a strike. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, and a fly out to left. And strike 2 is in the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Ask from the stretch and the pitch. And a line drive off the glove of Wharton into left field. That's a base hit. That's the 3rd hit of the game for Jeff Cardizone. That'll bring up A.J. Barrios. 1 for 2, a base hit into center his last time up. And a courtesy runner for the catcher, Will Cheek. He'll take over at first with 2 outs. Barrios in the box. Cheek is on the move. The pitch is a strike, and so is the throw, and it is in time. Ryan Ongst guns down the runner, 2-6 on the putout, caught stealing. Barrios will lead off in the 6th as we go to the bottom Colby Kennedy will lead things off for the Eagles in the bottom of the fifth. They're now trailing 5-0 after a 4-run top half. Best still on the mound, and he gets the first pitch in for a strike. 4 innings pitched so far, 4 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Kennedy 0 for 1, hits one high towards center. There's a new center fielder out there, and he makes the catch. Blake Watts, who batted for Bell, made the catch there in center field. So 1 out. Gabriel LeBron at the plate. And LeBron takes the first pitch low and outside. Caleb Strott, who batted for Booker, stays in the game. He's now playing left. Will Cheek, who's been a courtesy runner, is taking over for Norman Kelly in right. That one called a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. LeBron rolled to third his first time up. Trying to get on base and start a rally. And he takes the pitch for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes. And this one is downstairs to even it up at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Best from the stretch, he delivers and misses high for ball 3. First of 2 here at Trinity Ball Yard. We'll stop this feed at the end of 1, start up a brand new one right as game 2 is ready to begin. Usually a half hour in between games. Payoff pitch to LeBron. There's a looper into center, and that's a base hit. 1 out single for Gabriel LeBron. Hit number 5 for TBC. And it brings up Sammy Coffrin, the leadoff hitter for Trinity Baptist. LeBron runs well. He's at first. Of course, down by 5. Not as likely to take off, but he's 1 for 1 so far this season. And the first pitch fastball is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Sammy Coffrin trying to at least advance the runner. There's a ground ball, could be 2. To throw to second for 1, gets away, and LeBron pops up, heads on into third. Coffrin took a big turn around first. That's going to be an error on the second baseman for not making that play. So LeBron goes first to third. Credit Coffrin with a fielder's choice, and the error is the reason LeBron took third base. So 2 on, 1 out. Ryan Ongst at the plate. Okay. Runners on the move, and a throw from Cardizone is in time, and Coffrin is out trying to steal second base. Two-6 caught stealing, 2 outs. Onk still has a runner at third, chance to drive in a run. And Best delivers and gets a breaking ball in for a strike. Coach Jones joining us here in the press box. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Eagles trying to rally from behind. High pop foul, and that one is out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Onks came in well over 400, and a pitch, and he takes one upstairs. Ball and 2 strikes. Tyler Best delivers a 1-2, swing and a miss, and what looked like a good inning turned into no runs on one hit and a runner left. After 5, Montreat leads 5-0. The new pitcher to start the 6th inning for Trinity Baptist, right-hander Caden Reeves, taking over from Merrick Ask. Reeves, sophomore from Longwood, Florida, transfer from Campbellsville University. He will start this 6th inning. This is his 3rd appearance. 1 1/3 total innings. He's allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. And barring any changes, it'll be Barrios, Morelos, and Gamble due up for Montreat College. They used 3 pinch hitters last inning, and all 3 ended up scoring. A 2-run homer by Isaac Castro scored the 3rd and the 4th runs of the inning. First 2 men reached on the walk. The first 3 runs for Montreat all reached on a free pass. So Reeves working from the stretch, facing A.J. Barrios. He's 1 for 2. And the first pitch, swing and a miss at a drop ball. No balls and a strike. Don't see any defensive changes for the Eagles. There's a line drive in the left field. That's a base hit for Barrios. So runner at first, nobody out for the shortstop, Yadier Morelos. He has struck out twice, but singled in between. Good lead off first by Barrios. Barrios is 3 for 4 in stolen base attempts, and he just inched his way a little further and took a terrific secondary lead. Ball 1 missed outside. One ball, no strikes. Top of the 6th, 5-0 Montreat. And that one is in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Reeves from the stretch delivers and gets the outer half of the plate. That's strike 1. So the count's 2-1. Barrios gets an even bigger lead, not going. Ball in the dirt. Ongst able to keep it in his mitt. But the count is 3-1 to the number 3 hitter. Three balls and a strike. Runner not going. Strike two, so let's see if Barrios takes off now with a full count. No indication yet on either starting pitcher for game two. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Barrios is running, but he slipped, and there's a ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. And because Barrios lost his footing, he'll have to stop at second. Two consecutive singles to start the inning. Will Gamble at the plate. He has walked and flied out twice. Bit of a break for the Eagles as Barrios slipped, trying to take off on the hit and run. Gamble with 2 on and nobody out. And he chased one in the dirt. Gamble came in at .316. Just 1 run driven in. But a base hit could double that total. No balls and a strike. Coffrin holding the runner close at second. Strike 2 called on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Reeves checks the runner, now delivers, and misses up and in. 1-2 the count. Barrios at second, Morelos at first, both singled. And Reeves delivers and bounces one in the dirt for ball 2. Eagles will have 3, 4, and 5 due up in the bottom of the 6th. Wharton, Van Sickle, and Alvarez. Two balls, 2 strikes. And ball 3 is upstairs. Payoff pitch. Check of the runners. They're not going. High fly ball to right. Alvarez will drift back, try to get in a throwing position. He makes the catch. A runner tags, and the throw is cut off. No chance to get Barrios at third. And that is an out, number 1. No sacrifice credited because a run did not score. Caleb Strott at the plate. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Tahara holding the runner at first. Wharton in on the grass at third. Middle infielders playing back to turn 2. And the first pitch, breaking ball, is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0. Instead, Reeves goes to third. And Wharton was playing in. Otherwise, they would have had a chance at the runner. Reeves with that leg kick straight up in the air. That allows him to go to third base, just like the lefty going to first. And a strike called. Ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at the corners. Runners going from first. The throw is in time. Coffrin had dropped the ball, but the umpire says he made the tag and the ball came out in the transition. Another caught stealing for Ryan Ongst. 2-4 caught stealing on the putout. So a runner at third now with 2 outs. Strott still a chance to drive in the run and the pitch. And this one is lofted foul and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryan Ongst showing a good arm from behind the plate. The 1-2, check swing. He went around. Ongst will have to throw to first. There are 2 outs, and that ends the inning. Strikeout 2-3 on the final putout. 2 men get on, but nobody scores. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Eagles trail 5-0. Everything was okay, just an error on my part, but now we're back. Appreciate your patience. I just forgot to push this one button after the message from the NCCAA. So everything is good. We appreciate you sticking with us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Josh Wharton will lead things off, and he will face a new man on the mound, Harold Aguilera, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Aguilera, Jr. from Miami, Florida, and a transfer from St. Thomas University. Here's the 0-1, and a ground ball towards third. That should be an easy play for Wetmore, and it is for out number 1. So 1 out. Will Van Sickle at the plate. Van Sickle started off pitching, did a really nice job. 4 innings, just 1 run allowed. Stayed in the game as a DH. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. And this one misses upstairs. Two balls, no strikes to Van Sickle. He has grounded out and struck out. And the 2-0 is high for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Down 5. I expect Van Sickle to take this one no matter where it is, and he does, and it's strike 1. Alvarez, Lafferty, and Tejera, the next scheduled hitters for TBC. 3 balls and a strike and a pitch. And that one is right on the inside corner. And the count is full, 3-2. Aguilera, 6 innings of work coming in. High fly ball, right field. Cheek is there and makes the catch. 2 outs. E.J. Alvarez comes to the plate. Appearance number 8 for Aguilera, now 6 2/3. 7 hits, 4 runs, but none of them earned. He has walked 5 and struck out 4. He has allowed 1 home run. E.J. Alvarez at the plate, 1 for 2, a base hit his last time up. Loop that one into center, but this time fouls off the first pitch. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the 7th for Montreat. Barring any changes, Watts, Cheek, and Wetmore. Aguilera delivers and gets strike 2 right down the middle. So 0-2. Pretty quick ball game. We've been playing for only an hour 45. And 2-strike pitch is in the dirt. Again, we'll stop this feed at the conclusion of Game 1 and start up a brand new one right as Game 2 gets ready to begin. So keep watching your screen for the red live indicator. Might have to refresh about a half an hour after the first game ends. Here's a 1-2 to Alvarez. He lifts this one high into shallow center. It's got a chance to drop, and that's base hit number 2 for E.J. Alvarez. You know, sometimes you hit the ball awfully hard and get out. Other times you bloop one in there, and twice today Alvarez has done just that. And he usually hits the ball pretty hard. Parker Lafferty at the plate. He's grounded sharply twice to the shortstop. So Alvarez at first, there are 2 outs. First hit allowed by Aguilera, number 6 overall for TBC. And strike called at the top of the zone. Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic, a combined perfect game over Israel. Balls and a strike. And strike 2 right down the middle. I gave up watching the USA take on Canada last night, 12-1, and USA was leading 11-0, I believe, in the second inning. I didn't finish watching that late night game. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and that one fouled back. Mike Trout went deep for the USA team. No surprise to see Mike Trout take one over the wall. The only run for Canada came on a solo home run by Cubs prospect Jared Young. No balls, 2 strikes, and a hard chopper again towards short, but that's going to be an easy play. 6-4, fielder's choice, and that ends the inning. Eagles get a base hit, but leave 1. After 6, it's 5-0 Montreat. There's a new pitcher for TBC as we go to the 7th. Mason Frick takes over for Caden Reeves. He is the 5th Eagles pitcher of the afternoon. Van Sickle, Rye, Ask, Reeves, and now Frick. And the freshman from Crawfordville, Florida, he will face hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up in the Montreat batting order. And unless things change, those batters are Watts, Cheek, and Wetmore. Mason Frick makes his 4th appearance. Check that, 6th appearance. He has started 3 times. 20. That would help if I read the correct line, wouldn't it, guys? Let's try that again. Mason Frick does make his fourth appearance. 3 1/3 total innings, 10 hits, 12 runs, 11 of them earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 4. Started to read off Darren Goki's stats. Goki did a really nice job Saturday against Florida National. Gave up just 2 runs and 2 hits in 6 innings. Here's Blake Watts. He walked and scored in the 5th, his only plate appearance so far. Came in as a pinch hitter in that inning. Had a productive plate appearance. No balls and a strike. No official at bat for Watts, but he did score a run. And there's a strike on the inside corner. I believe that was Watts' first plate appearance of the season, if I saw everything correctly. No balls, 2 strikes. There's a ground ball into center field. That's a base hit, and Watts is aboard to start the 7th. So Frick greeted with a base hit. Not hit all that hard, but right by the bag. And now here's Will Cheek, whom we've seen run for the catcher twice, and now we will see him swing the bat. And I believe this is his first at-bat of the season. And he takes one low for ball 1. Will Cheek, a senior from Advance, North Carolina, Davie County High School. And he takes one outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Just checking the stats again, and his name does not appear, so that would mean this is his first plate appearance. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Ryan Onks has done a good job blocking balls. Just one has gotten by him. 3 balls, no strikes. Daniel Marinacci is playing first for the Eagles. No further changes that we know of. And a strike called on the inner half. Three balls and a strike. And Frick is able to get strike 2 right down the middle. So 3-2. Frick throws over to first. Runner didn't have that big of a lead. Nobody out. The base runner is Blake Watts, who singled his way aboard. And a pitch. And a swing and a foul back. Cheek makes contact, stays alive. Cheek as a courtesy runner a couple of times for Jeff Cortizone. He swings and fouls this one. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3 called. Will Cheek is out on strikes. And now Will Cheek's numbers appear. He's played in quite a few ball games. That is his 4th at-bat of the season. He is now 1 for 4. Those numbers didn't show up when I looked a little while ago. And strike 1 is called to Daniel Wetmore. So 1 out, runner at first. No balls and a strike. And a throw over to first. And a high pop foul, and this one is out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. Rick checks the runner at first. Another hop on the lead, and an off-speed pitch is outside to fill the count. Three balls, two strikes. And a high pop-up, foul territory over near the fence, and it is caught for the out. Josh Wharton makes the play, and there are two away. That got out of our camera shot, and Wharton, though, stayed with it. Actually got out of our regular line of sight, too. But Wharton made the catch, and there are two outs, and Isaac Castro is up. He had the two-run homer in the fifth. He has driven in 3 runs this game. He is 2 for 3 with a run scored. And Frick gets the strike called at the top of the zone. So no balls and a strike. And Frick from the stretch. And this one is tapped foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Frick gave up a leadoff single, but since has gotten a strike 3 called and a pop-up caught in foul territory. And no balls, 2 strikes. And another tapper toward the Eagles' dugout. And Coach Beck makes the play. Coach Jason Beck's a lefty. Wonder if he did some pitching. Dads, if you have a left-handed son, teach him how to pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one misses outside, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one misses upstairs. Count of 2-2. And Frick from the stretch took something off it, got a foul tip, caught, and that is strike 3. So after a leadoff single, Mason Frick gets 2 strikeouts and a pop-up in between, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. The Eagles trail 5-0. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Montreat 5, Trinity Baptist nothing. And the third pitcher of the afternoon for the Cavaliers, Raleigh Stinson. He'll take over for Harold Aguilera, who went 1 inning and allowed just 1 hit. Stinson, a sophomore from Bartow, Florida, will make his 5th appearance. He has pitched 3 1/3 total innings so far. 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 3. He's allowed 1 home run. Daniel Marinacci gets his first at-bat of the afternoon. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. Marinacci, 143 on the season. He has driven in a run and drawn 4 walks, and he put a big swing on that one and came up empty. Marinacci, Kennedy, and LeBron. Those are the scheduled hitters, 7, 8, and 9. Stinson working quickly, and the 0-2 pitch is upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one misses in the dirt, and that's ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eagles trying to mount a rally. Pretty quick ball game. They're already in the bottom of the 7th. There's strike 3, and 1 away. He has grounded to short and flied to center. And that one misses low for ball 1. No save situation for Stinson as he came in with a 5-run lead. And he gets strike 1. Tyler Best would be the winner unless the Eagles can rally from behind. Will Van Sickle would take the loss after giving up just 1 run. Best 5 innings, 5 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and the 0-2, and that one is in the dirt. I'm checking to make sure, but I believe all 5 hits, Best allowed, were singles. No balls, 2 strikes to Kennedy, and he takes one low for ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes. There's a ground ball towards short, and a throw to first is in time, and the Eagles are down to their final out. Gabriel LeBron, the scheduled hitter. 1 for 2, got a base hit in the 5th. Last chance for TBC, and LeBron takes one outside. One ball, no strikes. And ball 2 is low and away. Two balls, no strikes. And there's a strike right down the middle. So the 2-0 on the way. And swing and a foul back. LeBron trying to keep it alive for Coffrin. Gabriel LeBron ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. And he taps this one foul. Two for 6 on the season with a 1 for 2 so far today. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Final score, Montreat College 5, Trinity Baptist College nothing. Tyler Best, the winner, 5 innings, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Will Van Sickle takes the loss. 4 innings pitched, just 1 earned run, 5 hits. He did walk a few men, and he struck out 2. Well, that'll do it for game number 1. We'll stop the feed now. We'll start up a brand new one in just a little while. You're watching TBC Eagles baseball here on the TBC Eagles Sports.